Hello, everyone. Okay, so this is another episode of Life with Hope. And this episode I'm pretty excited about because I just kind of thought about it on the fly. You know, sometimes my topics they take me a little time, or I have to hear someone say something and then I have to write it down, or I make a little list to come up with the topics. Other times it's just kind of like poof, all right, they just come to me. And that's what happened for this one. So, how to best phrase it? I'm gonna say this episode is about why you should thank the bad things. Like, be thankful for the bad things, the bad stuff, anything negative or something that went wrong in your life, why you should thank that. And so I'm going to list several different examples of things that have either happened to me personally, or I've just seen, or I've seen happen to other people who I love, strangers, anyone can probably be words. A lot of people could probably relate to this subject and this topic, and that's why I'm excited about it, because I feel like it is relevant and I feel like it brings us all back to just being human and learning and growing from things that happen in our life. So yeah, I'm gonna get into a couple of the reasons and examples in a moment, but I want to just first explain where this idea kind of sparked. I do want to say it had to do with, I don't know if this is a viral thing or not that's going on social media, or if it's just like, I don't know who started it, but there's this quote or phrase that's been going around, and some people have been speaking about it, some have been like written versions of it, but it's basically saying, for instance, say when you are working out, you are feeling weak, when in reality you're actually getting stronger. Or when you learn something new, you feel dumb in the moment, but you're actually getting smarter. Or when you start investing in yourself, you feel broke, when in reality you're becoming rich. Or I'm trying to think this other one, when you're consistent with things in your life, you feel like everything is becoming stagnant, when in reality it is helping you grow. So those are some of the examples of things that I've seen. That's kind of where it sparked the idea. And then for me, I want to just list out some of those examples to give just a fresh perspective and a positive perspective on the stuff that sucks in our life, but why you should look at it in a new light, and why to thank the bad things. So let's get into it. First one being getting cheated on. That you want to thank. You want to be thankful that happened to you, because it taught you so many things, and for so many people, I'm sure this is probably super different. It's not a one size fits all, but what I think a lot of people could agree with who have gone through this experience is that it just helps teach you so much about who you are as a person, who you will give into or not give into in the future, and just learning your own growth and your own self-worth, because you're kind of like, why would anyone mess up this? You know, you're just able to kind of reflect back and be like, this isn't a, how do we say it? I feel like I'm gonna like twist the words of me thing, of them thing. Anyways, what I'm getting at is it's just a lesson to learn of what you're not gonna put up with again in the future. That's one example. Another example could be, let's see, man, it's so many. See, I told you, I thought of all this stuff on the fly, and then now that I'm like, what was it again? Okay, so another one being, let me just take a moment for myself to think, because I had so many. I should have wrote all this down. Okay, don't worry, the wheels are turning. I got this. Yes. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so to be thankful for bad stuff, because this happens all the time, is getting sick. being under the weather or something, your body just isn't good. You're like, this sucks. I hate when this happens to me. But I think it's that reminder to take some time for yourself. It's like your body's way of showing like, hey, you've been doing too much lately, or whatever it may be, that you need to just kind of slow down, take a deep breath, and just lay down, get some self-care, and relax. That's what your body's trying to tell you. That's why you got sick in the first place. Another bad thing to turn it into why it's good. Same thing could be for if you got hurt, had a bad injury. That is going to make you slow down and do things in a different way, whether it is you have to learn by using a different arm or a different leg versus the other because one's not working properly. That's going to just teach you a whole new perspective and kind of being grateful for what you do have. It's like all these bad things that happen, you're able to just look at the rest of the world and be like, wow, I am so grateful and so thankful that I do have lungs to breathe with, that I have eyes to see with, that all these things, because not everyone has eyes to see or a sense of smell or ears, like all the 5 senses that we have. Not everyone has that. So it kind of brings you back, and I don't know, just like I said, like that human level where you're like, man, there is worse things out there or crazier things out there, and maybe my situation isn't so bad, so that's that's kind of like on the health side of things, whether you get sick or get injured, and just gives you a new way of looking at the scenario and why it's good, even though it's bad in the time that it is occurring, but how you can look at it in a better way. Another one being like, let's say you get fired from a job. That sucks. I'm sorry that's happened. But that's teaching you stuff about yourself, where you're kind of able to do some self-reflection and be like, what did I do? Where did I mess up? Where did I go wrong? And I'm going to do it different next time. I'm not going to make the same mistakes twice. Stuff like that. And I don't know, I'm trying to think of, I swear I had so many examples before going into this. But yeah, I mean, I'll give another one too, kind of related to, not related explicitly to cheating, but of friendships, like losing friends in your life. And even though that's bad, why it can be good, because it's showing you, again, new perspective of what kind of friends you do want in your life, who you do want to hold close, and maybe certain things that they took you for granted for, or I don't know, stuff like that you're able to just look through and reflect on that situation and be like, yeah, I do deserve better. I do, like, when the timing's right, I will run into my very best friend who is my true best friend. Things like that, so all perspective shifts. And yeah, I know that's only a handful, but I feel like it's a good foundation to give you an idea of just things, because there's so many bad things that happen, unfortunately. But like, this is now a new way to look at it on a positive note of, sure, it may suck, it may be bad in the moment for a short period of time, a long period of time, but how are you gonna view it differently now, and how are you going to make those different choices and those different steps forward to get through the hard stuff? Because we need the hard stuff to appreciate the good stuff in life. So yeah, that's the topic. That's what I have for you all today. And I'm sorry I didn't just like list out so many. I swear I had a bunch, but I don't know, I gave you like 4 or 5, something, some different examples to just think about. And yeah, just next time around you see or feel the bad things, shift it. And remember, there's something good. There's a good thing that came out of all this. So that's that. I hope you all enjoy. I appreciate you watching and supporting me on my YouTube journey. All right. Well, have a great night. Thank you again.